Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing our winner for last week's poll, and that is Camazotz. So what we're going to need is some super glue, a good X-Acto knife, and now we're going to talk about what parts or what creatures we are going to need to build Camazotz. Now for the body, we're going to need a Dimorphodon. Hopefully I said that right. And if you're wondering what we're going to need him for, or her, whichever way you want to say it, and that is for the body. It's gotten the body built, and I thought because this has the wings where they can go up and down, that might be good for the figure. And for size also, to go with other minifigures for sizing. And also it already has the hair look right here, and like I said, the body pose of almost like Camazotz with the chest, the sucked in stomach or tight stomach right here. All we gotta do now is just add the other parts to it to make Camazotz. So what else we're going to need are some bigger wings, and what we're going to use for that is Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. Now what we're going to use from him is his wings. Next up, we're going to need a regular dragon from an animal pack or dragon pack, and we're going to use the legs from this figure. Now, I just picked these up the other day. These are mini dragons that comes in a big pack at Hobby Lobby. Now, on this black dragon, we are going to use his tusks for Camazotz horns for the top of his head. So we're going to use that for the horns, and we are going to use these two blue dragons for, if you can guess it, I'll give you all a second. Alright, second's over with. The tail. To make Camazotz tail, because if you look back in the comics, Camazotz tail has these little ridges just like how this is. So we're going to use these figures right here for the tail. Now I'm using two of these so I can make the tail a little bit longer to make it where Camazotz can use it for like wrapping around to make it at least as close as how long it is in the movie. Not the movie, in the comic, my bad. And the last thing we are going to need, I forgot to mention this, is milliput. For some parts that I might have to make or help connect some parts like the wings to connect on these wings. And I already went through and did all this to make sure these wings would work. And these wings right here at the center are about the same length as right here, so that will work. But we're going to have to use the milliput to probably make the arm piece coming around right here. And then filling in like where we got to do. And if I need anything else, I will probably pull them up when that time comes. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video, and if you are a How to Train Your Dragon fan and love Toothless, you might not want to see. I will do this off camera, cutting the parts, because sometimes it's just easier to cut these parts off camera, so y'all don't have to see all what happens, especially with Toothless being as big as it is. I feel kind of bad, but I kind of do need these wings. So let's go on and get started, shall we? Alright, I went on and added the stuff in, but granted, I thought the camera was rolling in some of these because I have to keep pulling the stuff in and out of the frame like this, just to be checking to make sure everything was lined up. So the footage was really bad, so that's why y'all don't get to see, y'all didn't see what I was doing. Sorry about that. I got a little tongue twisted. But anyways, I went on, instead using clay to connect some of this stuff, I used the 3D pen to do right here. Now the wings, you can tell the difference. The bottom I did not do. If it will show, like you see, you'll see a little bit of that stuff right here. The pattern of the scales on top you do not, as I thought the top did not need it. And the bottom part you're not going to see anyways, but because I have to shave down where the little pieces right here used to be at. I forget what this is called, but like the fingers of the wings, or where it would fold. The wings were kind of where here, and here. Y'all can probably see it better on top where I'm talking about, like right here in these grooves. I had to get rid of the best way I could. Because granted, they're folded in, so you will see a little bit of that. If you could see right here. You see what I'm talking about, where it's folded or curved. But all that was, I had to do different stuff to. And use different bits to shave it down, but it did come out nicely. And then you got like this neat pattern right here from when I got finished. What I did was I took the Dremel and took the I forget what it's called, where it's a circle bit. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, like a bit like this where it has ridges. Well, it ain't this bit, but this bit doesn't have the grooves, but you know what I'm talking about if you know your Dremel tools. But I used that to shave, and then I took a file one, not file one, but like a piece of, I got the bits right here. I took this bit where it looks like a brush, after I used this bit. This is the bit I was talking about. If the camera would focus, where you see the ridges. I took that and really carefully and went over the thing to get rid of it. Then I took this piece right here, the brush, to smooth it out. And then at the end, I took this piece right here and I just kind of went like this to make it nice and smooth, where it's more like bat wings. So I'm going to move these pieces out the way so I can finish telling y'all the rest, what y'all missed. But right, you can see where I did the legs from the green dragon. But I cut off the feet and put the hands right here, because Camazotz does have 3 toes. But he probably got a 4th one for grabbing. So that's why I left this one right here in the back. The 2 tails, you can see right here where I connected them. So I got half of a tail in the full tail. And right here, if you can look, you can see where the top fin part right here, or scales, lined up. But this is close enough to what Camazotz tail looks like with those ridges. Going like you can see right here where it's going like little spiky looks. Not spiky looks, but like the grooves, my bad. The head I did not have at the time, because I was trying to instead of using this head, I was going to actually try and make the Camazotz head, but it did not turn out too well trying to get this size. So I ended up finding a small bat figure, and I used its head, because Camazotz a bat and it's better off use a bat's head. But I did put the horns on him. And this horn right here is, since that horn was broken, I took a pair of clippers and just snipped the wing. I mean, not the wing, the horn, my bad. I'm getting twisted all over the place. I'm sorry, everybody. But I'm sorry that I did not show the progress. If I would have showed y'all the video, all you would have seen was this. In, out, in, out, in, out. Like that, trying to get the stuff right, looking at it carefully, and doing the back hair right here was really difficult. I know the top part right here is not that good. I don't know what happened right here. I probably ended up pushing down on it and messing it up. But I'm going to leave it right there because it kind of lines up with everything. The bottom part of the neck I didn't do because that's part of the skin, and the hair is up here. Is what I found out on when I went back to look at the comic. But close enough. This looks close enough to it. Hopefully y'all enjoy how he looks. Now, I'm glad I was able to bring y'all back for this part. But we're going to need our Dremel again, and this time I'm going to show y'all the process. But what you're going to need is one with a really sharp tip. Hang on, I moved the camera. One that has a sharp tip, because what we're going to do, if I can get it in my hand, we're going to take the Dremel and doing the holes that's in his wings. So what we're going to do is turn this on. But you know what? I think I could probably pull out a better tool. So I will bring y'all, let me change my bit out, because I thought this would work better. But let me change my bit. Okay, never mind. We are just going to keep the bit that I picked out already, because I have tried a couple bits just now before I brought y'all back, but this is the only bit that's really going through. But when you go through, just move the thing around in just a circle, or just how you want to do it. That's what I did to get mine through. But when you do this, if you are not comfortable doing this, get someone else to help you if you don't feel comfortable, or if you are doing this, be very careful, because this is a power tool, and I have almost poked myself a couple times by trying to go through this, so be very careful. And I'll bring y'all back once I get all the holes dremeled out. Alright, I got the holes in his wings. Hopefully they are about where they need to be at for the monster. Now we're going to work on the next part, and probably going to be one of the hardest part, and that is adding those spikes coming off of the wings. Now this is where we're going to need our milliput. And I already took both clay and put them together. Now we're just going to need to roll it and get into like the little spiky parts. Alrighty then, I got the wing spikes, or I really don't know what else to call these, but spikes that were growing through the skin on the wings right here. I went back and looked at the comic book and some pictures online about these, but they were kind of going all over the place. So I ended up making some large ones and some small ones to go kind of everywhere. They're not really uniformed to each wing, but I wasn't trying to be uniformed on these. It's just how it ended up happening. There was some more under here that I had, and some small ones coming from the sides, but while I was putting them on and everything, they stayed on, but they fell and broke. And you can see about where they were glued at. You can see like right here where my thumb's pointing. I had one here, one here. Had some small ones under here, but they ended up breaking, I guess because of the wings sitting the way they are. So that's why I'm not going to worry about the ones at the bottom. And I did have teeth on him, but the teeth ended up falling out or something. I don't know what happened right here. As they were in here, I did the same thing that I did for the wings. But I had them sitting right here, and they just kept falling out and going all over the place, so I kind of gave up. So this, I probably will paint the teeth in there. But I wanted to give y'all a little bit of a 360 look of Camazotz. Hopefully y'all like my Camazotz version. I have seen some concept arts where they don't have the wing spikes on theirs. It's just with the torn or tear wings up, whichever way you want to say it. And I do have the broken horn. Now, if you're wondering about the feet, I wanted to give it more lifelike, where the feet are not just lined up straight. They're actually one's going one way and the other one's going another. Kind of like in a walking pose. Or kind of where flying, he's going in to grab something. Kind of look. But yeah, now we're going to move on to the painting part of Camazotz. And like always, we're going to start off with dark gray. Almost marked myself just now. So we're going to go on and give him his paint, his prime. And we'll bring y'all back in a moment. Alright, we got them all primed up and everything. Now we're going to work on the main body color, and that is black. So we're going to take some black, and we're just going to do the wings real quick. Alright, got them all colored up and everything. Giving y'all a little bit of a 360 look on our Camazotz. Now I know for a fact that I probably did wrong on the wings. So I hope y'all can forgive me for how the wings look and for the head. But when you look at it and everything, when you look at the pictures, the head should be I think is about this size. I know right now it's hard to see its head. See if I can get it to focus for y'all. But y'all can see a little bit of his head right here. With the neck and hair, or back hair, or fur. I think that's fur on bats. That's not hair. Then you got his long fingers right here. But I mean, I hope y'all like how he came out. I really do, because I was really concerned on this figure, especially now. But it's too late for that. I got my Camazotz. So we're going to move on with the paint. And so next we're going to get some pavement, and we're going to dry brush. Hopefully y'all saw that and I didn't move too fast. But we're going to need a paper towel and our bit of pavement. And then we're going to just dry brush this on. Starting at the tail so y'all can see, because the tail has more ridges, it'd be a little bit easier for you to tell. But when you're doing this, try and go against the grain so it doesn't go into the creases, so it still has that shadow look. Alright, I gotten it where it's all nice and not colorful, but I did end up adding a little something that I was not thinking of at the time. But I added this type of gray right here, also in the dry brushing with the pavement. So I took pavement, did it, then I took the light gray, went over it with another dry brush, and then did another dry brushing with the pavement of just in a few spots here and there all over the figure. And that's what gave me this nice coloring where it's light, where you can have the light gray and dark gray under it. And yes, I went on, if you notice, I did go on and add the dark brown that's on his back. and under his neck, going around his neck actually. If the camera will focus, it was there and then it wanted to go away, but it's hard to focus and everything. But yeah, as you can see right here, it's going around the neck and back up here where the fur is. So now we're going to move on to the bone spikes and the claws and talons on the feet. And all we're going to need is a bone color. And what I normally use is antique white and caramel. If you have been following the channel and seeing other customs or repaints where I do claws and other stuff, these are the colors I mostly use. Or you can try and find bone color and paint. But let's go on and get this started, shall we? Now it might look bright on camera, but it's not really bright. And oh yeah, before I forget, I hope everybody's having themselves a good day or night or whatever time you are watching this. I hope you are having yourself a good day. And I hope you are enjoying the video. And if you are following along with me, I hope you are having fun with your custom. Alright, I went on and did the next step off camera because I noticed how long the video has gotten. So I went on and did the matte varnish coat on him like I normally do at the end. I just kind of missed out on that little scene since I do it all the time in the other videos. But we have our Camazotz. I know he probably could have been a lot better with the wings and the head, but I don't think I did too bad of a job on him. Granted, like most minifigures you get don't have all the qualities or details, and that's kind of where I ended up getting on his head, because I did try to get the teeth and I'm trying to get it where it will focus on him. But more likely it's almost like mine looks like his mouth is closed. And I did put, for the eyes, I did use, instead of using white, I used antique white to give it that kind of a hazy white look, like in the comic. But yeah, Camazotz comes to us. If y'all don't know, or even if you do know, I just want to say it, that he comes from Kingdom Kong, and he's the main antagonist, hopefully I said that word right, or main villain for Kong to fight in the comic. Now, Camazotz does look pretty cool, but I realized something when I went back and looked at the pictures towards the end when I was doing him. He looks more like a half dragon and half bat. Or else just a dragon with a bat's face, bat's head, and the fur on the back. And the rest of the body of dragon. Because the scales on the legs and down the tail, if y'all can see that. But y'all can hopefully I can barely see the little ridges, but in person you can really see them. But yeah, we got our Camazotz. Hopefully y'all like how he turned out. But yes, he does still have the movability from the Dimorphodon's joint right here that I used. So his wings can still flap up and down and can rotate to go like downwards to do like nose diving. Or it can go up to be more menacing. If I had a stand or something for him to stand on. I'll use this. I'll use the box right here to do like what I was talking about, the little stand spin right here, and have him stand up just like that. Oh my goodness, it actually stands. I was worried about the tail and the weight being forwards, but there we go. We have Camazotz. Hopefully y'all, like I said, hopefully y'all do like how he turned out. But yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see everybody next time.